And Russ says, I feel as though I'm holding back for fear of getting hurt. How should I fix this? Don't worry, you're a man. You're designed to get hurt. So what? You get hurt. Hurt what? What gets hurt? What gets hurt, guys? When you meet someone, you hardly know her. We're talking about one kind of relationship. A man who meets a woman. Now you fix it to whatever relationship you may be having. When you meet a woman, what you think you know her, you think you love her, you have a relationship with her. No. You have an image of her. You create an image of her in your mind. And you have an image of you, about you, in your mind. She has an image of her, about herself, in her mind. And she creates an image of you, about you, in her mind. These two images are having a relationship. You don't even know her yet, but you're in a relationship with her, right? And that relationship is not between you and her. And when you guys break up, you guys didn't break up. You guys didn't even know her, didn't have a relationship. Your images had a relationship, and now your images realize that, okay, you know, that's not working. These two images are not compatible, and they break up. If you really understand that, you will see that the one that you were in a relationship, you really didn't love her because you didn't know her to love her. How could you know her? Well, the same way that you get to know yourself. Do you know yourself? No, you don't. You think this is your body, this is your face, this is your money, this is your education, and that's what you think you are. And these are your urges and desires. But you are put together from your consciousness, by your consciousness, your thoughts. Do you know how thoughts are created? Do you know how your consciousness was created? That consciousness and the contents of that consciousness is who you are, is your center. And you got to figure out how you were conditioned, that consciousness was conditioned. What are the things that have a lot to do with who you are, how you are? Then you got to understand, where does fear comes from? What is your fear all about? Do you understand why you get afraid of something? What about the pleasure? What about desire? How does desire come to be? Do you understand the steps that it takes for desire to be born? And what are the ways that you can control, stop, or let desire come about or not? How about your ego? What is the relationship between your ego and you? What is the relationship between all these together? The desire, the ego, the fear, the consciousness, the thought. If you know these things, then you know yourself. And if you know yourself, then you know how you're put together. On that basis, you can then look and try to learn what your partner is all about, how she's put together, what is making her tick. Without that knowledge, you're not really having a chance to get to know her at all, because you don't know how she's put together. How could you know a machine when you don't know the fragments of the machine, how they're put together, what each component is there for, how it is affecting the whole machine? So how could you really know her and then you say, I love her? You don't love her. You have lust for her. And that lust is way different than love. So, you say you get hurt. You don't get hurt. Nothing happens to you after breakup. You're still the same person. Only thing changes is that the images are no longer together. That's all. You remember her. You feel sad. But really, you're not getting hurt. Your image is getting hurt. You're remembering her image. You're remembering the connections that you guys thought you had. But was it a connection between you guys or between your images? So really, if you look at it, nothing has happened to you. Nothing will ever happen to you in a breakup, a relationship. I don't want to be hurt. So, okay, which part of you not working now that you're hurt? Can you still walk? Yeah. Can you eat? Yes. Can you shit? Yes. So everything is working, isn't it? Yes. So what does it hurt? I've created a pain, illusory pain in my psyche through my thoughts, which is affected by my desires and egos, and now I'm following that mode and convincing myself like a hypnotist that I'm injured. I'm not injured. There's nothing wrong with you. Now pick up the pieces and get off your ass and move and live. Good hurt. That's a price you pay. So what? You feel sad because you didn't end up having what you wanted or continue having the girl that you were in a relationship. Because it happens. Why? Because just as we said, if you understand how the consciousness is put together, how you're put together, then you understand that there will be divisions and conflicts between the two centers of two people because they're put together differently. Because I said you got to understand how you're put together, then you will know how she's put together. Then you'll know why the differences are there. Of course, for that, you can go to my site, mind@seekstruth.com, plugging books here, and you look at the table of contents of each book. You see which one is providing you enough information or something you want to know about yourself, which I highly recommend. Me, My Psyche, and I. Click on the ebooks and purchase it. It's $5.99. It's no big deal. I purposely made it cheap so you guys can all afford it and get it to understand how you're put together. Once you understand that, you know why you feel the way you do. You understand that nothing is wrong with you. You're not disabled. You're not incapable of moving on. You're not incapable of rebuilding your life. It's just an experience that you simply don't like not having it. Simple. And you call that hurt? No. Grow a pair, have a big ball, and go meet other girls, and don't think about you're going to get hurt. They're not monsters. They're just a human being that you may or may not have things in compatible, or have things in common or not. Or you will have it for a while and then you will not. And then you understand, okay, that's because of the consciousness are different. And now these differences are creating conflicts and division. And that means now we try to compromise and learn, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, I understand the reasons. I have the knowledge why. It's not because there's something wrong with me or I'm being dissed or that she's better than me. No, there's differences. Because we are all made different because of our consciousness and how we've been negotiating life through our childhood and adulthood and the experiences they've been exposed to. So knowing that will help you to see, okay, that's normal. Breakup is okay. It's part of the relationship is breakup. People, get to be friends and get to know each other, and then they eventually become boyfriend, girlfriend maybe, and then they possibly get married, then they have maybe children, and after that they maybe have conflicts and divorce. Separation. That's part of the relationship. Everybody thinks relationship is, oh, we get together lovey-dovey forever. No. Relationship can go this way and that way and different times, and somewhat at one time could be just detrimental in a way that they just don't want to be together anymore. That's also part of the relationship. Breakup is part of the process of this experience of relationship. So that's not the end of the world. It just means now your boat is caught from the dock and you're free to explore the ocean and go and find other islands and see what parties are going on there, what possibilities are there, what cultures, what new things you can learn, what new people you can meet. That's all. So, go get hurt. That's good. It's a vigorous game, maybe. Like a soccer game, If everybody says, okay, I'm sending it to you, do not interfere, and the ball goes up, that person goes down. Please move, I want to score. That's not the game, yeah? There will be conflicts, there are divisions, they're trying, and things happen sometimes, this way or that way. And that's the whole story of relationship in a nutshell. All right.